Oh, so cursed, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever. Oh, so cursed, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
not fuck this up this week. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Boulevard Bullies Presents Here Comes the Lame, the flagship show of this entire channel and all of wrestling YouTube. And I'm joined by now, unmuted and forever audible, live from Tampa, Florida. Are you sitting on Hulk Hogan's couch? From Pensacola.
Yeah, brother. This is a blessed belt, brother. This is a blessed title. How's it going?
You rescued that title from a flipped over car.
Yeah, that's all he rescued from the car. He let the victim die and perish, but he saved the belt, brother. Because I beat Iron Sheik on this day 55 million years ago, and
oh yeah, brother.
Yeah, whatever. I might have one left in me though.
So pretty slow news day.
Yeah, it's pretty slow.
How is your Tampa trip?
So wait, so what do you guys want to talk about? Tampa's going pretty well. The fact I made it down here on the flight I booked is a miracle, because funny story, when WrestleMania was here after COVID, 2021, I tried to get down here for night 2 of WrestleMania and I never made it. I ended up spending WrestleMania in the Miami airport, because my flight got diverted from Tampa to Miami because it was like this huge storm, this 1 in a million storm that wasn't a hurricane. It was just like this giant nor'easter happened to hit when I was flying in, and every plane in all of Florida got diverted to Miami. And I spent WrestleMania inside. I eventually did make it to Tampa, but I spent it watching from Tampa airport on a couch waiting for my friends to get out. So
wow, that's
so now I have to get. Yeah, it sucked. And then, they got to eat the ticket, yada, yada. But then, now I got to give myself 48 hours before the event to get down here, just so
right.
Just in case anything goes wrong.
Many wrestlers on the independent scene could take note of that strategy, Joe. Maybe,
Yeah, but they got to get put up. And I understand, I know.
Yeah, and they're
a lot of
leaving
the boys
from a
come
show
in
to another show. And
yeah, they definitely cut it way too close. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, we're finally here out in the suburbs of Tampa.
Nice. How is it? How is it out there? Have you seen crazy Florida things?
The rental car situation was kind of a Florida thing. It was kind of a shit show there.
Nice.
But that could have been anywhere, but it's just really strung out lady, what, I need insurance? I don't want to take your insurance. I need a driver's license. It's just all the things that are obvious that you would need for a rental car. I guess some of these places you can just walk up and rent a car, you don't have to, you don't do it on Priceline. I did everything on Priceline. Here's my license. Here's my insurance. I was in and out in 5 minutes. Why is it taking 55 minutes to go 5 feet, in this line,
Because
and then on the flight, yeah, probably. And then on the flight, I had this girl who was terrified of flying next to me. Yes. She had the barf bag out the whole time. And then to my right, I had a woman and a baby.
Middle seat. Oh my God, middle seat.
And there was another baby a few more rows up, and then another baby 3 rows back.
So you did heroin immediately.
They were all coming down.
Yeah.
They were all coming down for the babies. It's going to be the baby rumble.
Baby rumble. That sounds miserable. Did she barf?
Might have a little bit if I didn't notice, but I don't think she did.
Now, did you have noise canceling and a sleep mask and just go yo, I got to go into a trance here?
Well, remember I told you I was fasting?
Right.
So so I'm in the middle of my fast. I can't eat till 1 o'clock. The flight leaves at 11. So I took a Xanax like I normally do. And the Xanax hit me super hard because my stomach is completely empty and deprived for 15 hours or whatever it is. And yeah, at first I was kind of feeling sick when we were boarding. And then I was like, oh boy, here we go. And then I don't know, all the dips and everything. I fell asleep. It made me tired enough that I did fall asleep for a little bit.
Nice.
And then there was a rocky landing and I didn't feel anything. So it did its job. It's just I can't do the dips. I could do kind of some
wrestlers should probably take some advice from me right there and stop doing dips too.
They do plenty of Xanaxes though.
Urka, valued member, thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight we are going to reveal the order of the Royal Rumble raffle. And there's a lot of other great news, but let's keep talking about Tampa here. I didn't do anything interesting this week, so it's all about it's the flagship Joe right now. Urkel wants to know, how many thongs have you seen?
That's Saturday. Saturday, there's that big Gasparilla pirate.
Right, the pirate.
Buccaneer parade. The parade. So there'll be plenty of that. I am also vlogging the entire trip.
Yes.
So I'll need your help somehow importing from iPhone to editing software, because that seems to be the hardest part in editing, is just getting the
from the
files
iPhone to
with it either not being upside down, inverted, or having sound or no sound,
or just failing. Like the files are there, and then you drop them into Premiere, and it's like, this file it doesn't work.
It just doesn't work. Yeah, that's the hardest part. Doing everything else, I know how to do.
Yo, that's what's happening with this XPW video, by the way. I had 135 cell phone videos, like 17 gigs worth of video. And I had no idea. And it's like, okay, even the methods that I know, 17 gigs is like too much for them to handle.
Yeah.
You know, and even to to upload 17 gigs, 130 videos into like Dropbox for later download, something's going to get fucked up on the way up or the way down. You know, something's going to get your Wi-Fi dips, so now the videos are ruined or some shit, you know. So, but we finally did it. So that's exactly what's happening right now with this XPW video. The first month was me putting off, delaying, retrying video transfer. And now that it's all in the fucking program, it's like a breeze. It's like a delight to edit. You know, it's like, wow, all the files are here. They all have sound. Some of them are upside down, but, you know, in Premiere, I just flip them around. Minor inconvenience. So I'm really excited to see your vlog. The Boulevard Bullies life kind of picking up now. Much like I catastrophically failed my dry January, Boulevard Bullies resolutions, they didn't kick in until this week, basically, too.
The next week.
It's Monday. It's coming up. It's Monday.
It's Rumble weekend. Yeah. Okay. So after Elimination Chamber, but then Mania. So like, it's probably gonna have to be after Mania, or maybe after Backlash.
Yeah.
If it's in Puerto Rico, maybe I don't care as much.
It's basically an exact, transcript of what goes on in my brain.
Yeah. Oh, St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, St. Patrick's Day is coming. Can't work before then. St. Patrick's Day is only 2 months away. Maybe we should just kick it up right after St. Patty's. But, however, sometimes, the monitors just fall in your lap, Joe. And sometimes life shines and smiles upon you. So, Boulevard Bullies.
For your life, yeah.
We are no longer fearing for our life. We are doing great numbers all around. So, thank you to everybody. We are now officially announced as a podcast that will be taking place in Philadelphia on April 4th. We also, on the other show, the secondary show, Boulevard Bullies versus the World, we interviewed Low Life Louie. We interviewed Man Pondo. We uncovered and unearthed through excellent interview reporting that those two have never fought each other. Well, guess what? April 4th, Philadelphia, Boulevard Bullies presents Low Life Louie versus Man Pondo, first time ever death match. I might even fucking referee it. I don't want to, but that seems to be the way things are heading.
You can have the goggles on.
Oh, we're getting goggles. We're going full toxic bio.
Are people going to be using tubes in that venue?
I don't think. Well, I don't know.
I heard that around Philly that it's people have been using tubes because there's no one like the commission. There isn't anyone running it right now, or there's some sort of issue right now, and no one's really showing up at shows, so you can use tubes.
Well, it also, I believe
no one's there to regulate it. No one's there to regulate or snitch.
Yeah, but also it's like the venue. Underground Arts. I don't think is like a rinky dink. It's no Duff's.
I've never actually been in the Underground Arts. Actually, I've done all the other venues in Philly, so it's going to be the first time me being in there.
So that's really exciting that you're saying that you're vlogging, because we have the XPW vlog coming out shortly, maybe after St. Patrick's Day. We have the April show happening now that we are fully fucking, injected into. We're going to have I want to do a Joe vlog. I would love to edit somebody who is not me. What a delight that would be to sit down and edit.
It's probably just me like talking shit. Like
Look at
there's
this
not a lot
fucking
of
guy.
there's not a lot of yeah. I do commentary in post on top of it. Like
Oh wow.
that's when
Okay.
that's when I do it best because like I don't know. It's like I'm rewatching all this stuff and then I'm like, you know, you can kind of like narrate and tell a story a little better opposed to like.
Wow. So I'm not
think
even gonna touch it. This is a Joe. This is a flagship.
Yeah, I
Joe
could do it
project.
myself. I mean, it's
Oh.
nothing special. You know, a little
No, I like that because I want to see
cut
I wanna
fade
see your
here, maybe
methods.
some music or something. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
But then we can't use really see on my channel, like on my Twitch, YouTube, I use copyrighted shit all the time because I just don't care.
Right.
We can't do that on yours.
Well, you know, it's so funny because the first 3-4 years of Boulevard Bullies, I didn't care either. Like the idea of making money on YouTube was such a far-fetched idea to me. I was like, oh, who fucking cares? You know, like. But then we had that one Bullet Club video that got like 80,000 views, and you know, didn't make $1. It all went to the Bullet Club theme music writers, you know, or whatever the fuck. So that was a huge mistake. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I mean, this might be crazy, but I want to have a version. I definitely want to do a supercut, like a rough. I want to upload the rough cuts to members only. Like, so the XPW, there's definitely going to be an XPW rough cut, like 40-minute banger on the members only because the Tournament of Death, everyone loves that half an hour cut, or I hear about it enough to like do that. But I think it would be crazy to like sync up copywritten music and then sync up copyright free music to a video.
Yeah, it doesn't make
like that's
it's
like way too much extra work. Yeah. That's like
maybe we can do something where I just put I mean anything that gets put like say if I do my video and I put it on my channel, can you somehow like also upload it and like get around that because it's my channel?
I guess I could put it into a playlist, you know. I could link it in a playlist on our channel, but I don't think that I can like upload it.
Yeah, once you upload it's on your like studio and then like then you have to pay, yeah.
Right. Well, we can make you like a recommended channel and then like make a playlist of stuff. I don't know, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yo, now, you know, instead of talking about Vince McMahon,
we got a long ways before we get there, but we got
I was gonna say
by the way, I don't think we're talking about AEW this week.
No, AW is
probably not
deader than a doornail right now.
we can't like divert the show. There's way too much going on right now.
I have to say one thing about AEW though, that Matt and Nick Jackson are the absolute fucking worst.
Oh yeah.
They are the cringe lords. They doubled down. They were like, and they think that they're being ironic, but they're not. They're just being worse.
Like there was a backstage segment where they showed them and they're like, oh yeah, like they have like this headset on, right? They're like, yeah, turn that down a little more. Or yeah, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, I don't like hearing his voice.
So stupid. And not only are they terrible actors, they look like fucking idiots. The shit that they're saying is so fucking lame. On top of all that, like the creative behind it, like the suspension of disbelief is so stupid. Like not only as a shoot is it bad, but as a creative story it's bad. Like there are so many plot holes in this stupid fucking EVP story that they're telling. Oh my God, I fucking hate it, Joe. And they got more than one segment now. They're like backstage. They're at Gorilla. Oh my God.
Like I said, they should only showed up 3 weeks before and then just did it that way. They're not doing anything like dragging it out for a month and a half. Because like I said, that venue is already sold out. People are already going to watch it because it's Sting's last show. They're not going to watch it because it's Bucks versus this thing. They're not drawing.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to happen is that the Young Bucks are going to pin Sting. They're gonna. I'm sorry, I love you. Him.
Oh, did you also see? This is pretty much all we're gonna cover for AEW.
Okay, that's fine.
But they mentioned on this week also that they were 27-0. They mentioned that they were undefeated. Like we're undefeated as a tag team, like Darby and Sting did.
Right. Yes.
We're undefeated. We're 27-0 as a tag team. I'm like, there it is.
Yep.
There it is, bro.
Oh yeah, and they only started mentioning that like they mentioned that maybe once before the Bucks revealed, and now that it's been like coming in more and more.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, just another fucking huge plot hole. Hook was 28-1 and got a title shot. Darby Allin and Sting are 27-0 and have never fought for the AEW Tag Team Championships.
Oh shit! They're gonna beat. Now you said they're gonna beat Starks and Big Bill.
The Bucks will?
No. So this week, Starks and Big Bill said we accept the challenge of Darby and Sting next week on Dynamite.
I
think it's next week
for
on
the
Dynamite
Tag Team Championships.
So then they'll get the belts, and then the Bucks will then get the belts back when they beat them at
him and get the
Revolution.
belts back.
Yeah.
And like the storyline that they're telling is that they have the power to book this, and this is what they're gonna book.
Yeah.
Which is possibly the worst storyline in wrestling history. I'm sorry. You're not VKM. You're not Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Although you do share one similarity. Shitting on people's heads.
No.
Except the Young Bucks are doing it to their own fans.
No. We're not there yet.
Okay, right. Oh my
So what else is going on? Did you want to talk about what you're doing Saturday for the Rumble?
Oh yeah. Nothing crazy. We're just gonna do a live watch along. I'll have maybe the audio of it playing, or maybe I'll have like maybe we'll do a tweet along, and we'll have like the Twitter window open, and we'll read the tweets as we watch. So Saturday night, is it this Saturday?
I hope so, because I flew down here.
Oh shit, that's right. You're sitting in a couch in Tampa right now.
Yeah, I was gonna do it outside on this balcony, and then because it's so nice out here.
Yeah, so I am going to. I wasn't going to, and I don't know why I forgot that I was going to, but now I'm remembering. And listen,
You make some other plans this weekend.
I made other plans, which I am now going to cancel.
Cancel.
And
then cancel the watch along. You mean?
then just sit at home. Just sit at home and watch it in silence by myself.
There you go.
Perfect wrestling life. Yeah. So those plans are going to be canceled, and I'm going to be doing a Royal Rumble watch along. Maybe we'll do a little pre-show. I don't know. It's going to be like a fucking 3-hour, 4-hour stream. We'll watch it. We'll fucking tweet it. And then we will call you and bother you as well. You're muted because you were chewing, which was a good move. Very professional.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Yeah, you can send me the link, and then I'll hopefully respond at the stadium.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean,
Sorry,
no
I just
pressure.
have to get my last minute calories in because of the fast and stuff. So
Get your last minute calories in. I'm pretty excited to see the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is always a fun, hyped up event.
this is the most shrouded in mystery. They keep hammering at home. Most
There's
shrouded
only
in mystery.
one winner in my mind.
Well,
Vincent Kennedy.
everything's that tonight.
Everything is pointing towards him winning.
All right, before we get into all that, when I got down, I want to throw something in here. When we got down to Tampa today, I went immediately to the Buccaneer Stadium, to Raymond James Stadium, and pissed on the stadium.
Nice.
No, I went to
Ozzy Osbourne.
the Superstore, and I grabbed a few things. I want to show you guys what I grabbed today.
You shoplifted as much as your body could handle at the.
Yes. I can't tell you which one of these I shoplifted, but this cool Royal Rumble hat, which is like of the retro colors of
Cool.
the Buccaneers.
Okay.
Then they had this one. This is like of the Devil Rays. Then even got the little guy on
that's
the
kinda
back.
Dope.
Yeah. Snapbacks were cool. A little program here.
You know what's so funny, Joe? Like if you were like, hey Pat, happy birthday, here's this Royal Rumble 2024 hat that I got for you from Tampa. I'd be like, wow, this is so cool. But I'd be like, I don't think I wouldn't wear it now. But 10 years from now,
When it's completely brown and smoked to death. Yeah.
yeah, well, whatever. Maybe in my house, yes. But you know what I'm saying. Like that hat's like a dope hat to just like find somewhere and wear years later. Okay.
Limited edition pin. I was there, Pat. It says I was there, therefore I was there.
Yes, yo.
You notice that they put this on everything now.
I was there.
I was there and you
Very
weren't.
simple yet effective.
Yeah, it's always like I was there, You weren't.
Yeah, you weren't there.
Yeah, to get yourself over. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe that's what shirt we should make for the next. If we ever do another event shirt, maybe the shirt says "You weren't there" instead of "I was."
The
there.
Ice Earth shirt that said "fuck posers." You remember that shirt? Yeah, it's something like that. Like you weren't there.
Yeah, you weren't there.
Because it didn't happen. All right. So you want to talk about anything else before we get into headlines? Because we got a lot of headlines to talk about.
What is that? Is that the completion of your superstore haul?
I got some other collectible stuff.
Have you met MAGA
it's like-
Ron? MAGA Ron.
Okay, so the situation with that, we are possibly tentatively going to see him tomorrow,
Oh, right.
depending on my buddy John's itinerary with his work and my other friend coming down or whatever like that. Because they're doing the Hulk Hogan signing on Sunday, so it's going to be kind of like and then the Rumble Saturday, so it's going to be kind of a shit show to go on weekends. And he knows Ron, so we're going to actually go down there and pretty much pitch to him like, "Hey man, could you give us $900 free in Hulk Hogan? We want to meet Hulk Hogan. If it costs $300 to meet him, it's three of us. We want $900.
Yeah, just comp.
If it's plus tax, we want $1,000 for free.
Yeah,
and it's probably not going to happen.
Just nobody needs to know.
I mean, it's very easy. Just like, hey, you and your three friends
Go ahead.
can just go to the head of the line and go meet him. Go meet him. Get a picture with him or get something signed.
Now, do you plan on trying to sweeten this deal by spending money in the store? You're going to buy a weight belt.
That's what I'm saying. I would. If he says no, then that's the pitch. Can we buy something and you just take care of the auto?
Well, I think
I would definitely buy a weight belt or like some belt.
I think it becomes like, hey,
buy a weight belt because it's not as clunky as the big thing.
If you were really trying to swing your wallet around, what you would do is you would like buy it with the faith that he's going to be like, all right, yeah, right? Like all three of you would drop like whatever money on resale stuff and be like, yo, hey guy, we just collectively spent that much money here. Why don't you just fucking boom? That's really that's the power dick move, is to spend the money ahead of time. But maybe a secondary is like you're standing at something that's a little pricey and you're like, yo, if I buy this, will you put me on? I feel like that's the way that I would approach it. I wouldn't just go up to the counter and, you know what I'm saying? I would be like, you'd have to throw in the spending of money would have to be in the store.
Yeah.
Probably try to fucking hone in on something that he probably makes the most money on. A MAGA Ron fucking thing that he keeps like 90% of it, whatever.
Are we mentioning like the Biden cyborg story and all that stuff too, or?
No, but definitely don't wear a mask. You don't do that.
Hey, brother.
And if one of you
vaccinated? No, brother.
If one of your get those vaccination cards out of your wallet, and one of you should probably be carrying a handgun as well. I think.
Yeah. Someone has to have a handgun. The Make America Great hat.
Could you get like a knife to put on your belt? Could you put like a big like Bowie knife? I just feel like that might impress him. He'd be like, hey,
POW-MIA.
What kind of brother? What kind of blade is that, brother?
It's a Rambo Bowie.
Yeah, like maybe even like some kind of anti-vax shirt would be a nice little.
Oh yeah. Like they have those at there's one Flea in South Carolina. It's like, you can't take my guns, or you take my fucking freedom, then I'm gonna take your life.
Yeah, be like, I don't call 911 or get vaccinated. But also
shoot COVID in the gay frogs.
Hey, you want to know? I gotta tell you this show. Last night, I was at the bar with a coworker after hours.
No surprise there.
There's
no surprise there.
Who broke down to me with a completely straight face what Alex Jones meant by turning the frogs gay. Like it was a real thing that this guy was like, no, that was taken out of context. That's what the media does. And he fucking broke it down for me, Madden Telestrator style, telling me how they turned the frogs gay. So I'm just saying, like, that's in question now.
Showing.
I'm running out of steam here. Hey, I'm excited for the Royal Rumble. I think that I don't know who's going to win. It could be CM Punk. It could be Cody Rhodes. I think maybe they double eliminate each other to leave 2 men left, and one of those 2 men wins, and that makes it Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk at WrestleMania because Seth Rollins is injured. And I just think, and CM Punk's alluding to it. He's saying, hey, we might not be friends on Sunday morning.
I've changed my picks, but I'll get there when we get there. Because we still have to talk. We'll talk more about the Rumble when we do the draw.
Right. We are doing the Royal Rumble draw. So if you bought tickets, if you bought a raffle ticket, we're going to be doing the randomizer here. Let me show you the randomizer here.
Randall.
Oh, everything froze. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Here we go. So headlines, a lot of WWE stuff. All the WWE stuff in the entire world happening. The Rock is now Lex Luthor. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Bret Hart and Lex Luger. He's wearing a turtleneck now. Raw is moving exclusively to Netflix in 2025. Lots of information and clickbait, but probably going to gain a lot of more viewers. Will the Netflix price go up? That remains to be seen. May go back to 2 hours. I mean, hell, if it's on Netflix, why not make it 4 hours?
Yeah, so I guess they finish up 2024. They finish up with USA in 2024 this October.
Okay.
I guess start up right after that, I guess. Or maybe they just coast till the new year or something. But there's just a lot of questions, like if they're going to raise the price, go back to 2 hours. It might not even be on Monday. They didn't say Monday Night Raw. They just been saying Raw.
Huh.
So they can have it on different days. The clickbait thing, there was just people that were just saying whatever, bro, on that day. It was like Raw, SmackDown, NXT, everything's going to Netflix. It's also going to be on Hulu, Paramount Plus, HBO Go, like just clickbait out the ass. And then people are sending me stuff and I'm like, that's not confirmed. That's clickbait. That's fake news. Like, it was crazy, bro. One of the biggest things I've ever seen, where it was just like people just spitballing and believing anything.
We're getting a call out in the chat here, and I got to be honest. Brian's making a lot of sense. He says flagship snacking, and Brian, I got to admit, if you were snacking on our show, if you were snacking as hard as Jedi Joe is snacking right now, I'd probably yell at you.
I'm done with the protein bar. I'm sorry. I just had to. Pat doesn't. I try to get the bite in, and then Pat will stop talking. So then I have to talk.
Right. It's true. And you know what? I had a great
He purposely
show.
does it too. I think he knows it when I'm chewing, and then he's like,
"Huh, Joe, have a take."
You're there, and
I
I'm
see
like,
you click that button, and then that's immediately when I start getting ready to throw to you. I had the delight on Tuesday of having the camera go out. So I got to do the whole show.
like smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, smoking cigs, eating. I got up and went to the bathroom at some point. I took my fucking hat off. I was like, oh.
Left.
Man,
you went down to the 7-Eleven.
I was like looking at my phone. I was just like reading Twitter. Oh, yeah? Uh-huh.
Playing Pal World.
Yep, playing Pal World. Your new favorite game.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what is Pal World exactly? You want to keep You want to go? You want to keep talking?
No,
about
we can go this way for a second. It's basically what Pokemon has been trying to do for many years, is to have an open world. It's a survival game. It's basically Pokemon in a survival game. But they've stolen. Apparently, the reason they've come under, it's the most downloaded and played game on Steam. It has like 2 million or something like that people playing it every week now. It's only been out for a week, but like or 1 million downloads, 2 million downloads. I play it on Game Pass because I have a free month of Game Pass through Discord Nitro. But yeah, it's basically you're capturing little pals, which are Pokemon, and they all look like they would, there's like there's fire type, there's normal type, there's poison types, there's ice types, there's water types, psychic types, ghost types, and it's a complete ripoff of Pokemon. But the big thing people have been calling it, the big moniker or slogan is it's Pokemon with guns. And you can get these little guys to use guns. You personally can use guns and so far and so forth.
So
and they can have more.
I don't understand because I feel like there have been many a game that have come out that copied Pokemon very exactly. I accidentally bought a game on Steam called Cassette Beasts. And it was like Pokemon with cassette tapes. Same exact thing. And I was like, I don't want to play Pokemon. If I want to play Pokemon, I play Pokemon. So why is this? Is it like
because there's some like Pokemon and like pals that you can take them side by side and like move them like this, and they're basically like 1-to-1. Like I've seen some people do that. Like if you just like look at them side by side, they're like exactly the same. And then a lot of other assets, like they take stuff from Elden Ring, the Evergulls that would teleport you down. Like it's the light that comes up, like you'll be in the open field like in Elden Ring, and there's that blue light that would then transport you down,
right?
And then you'd fight some like this annoying boss. Like it's another thing. The same thing happens in Pal World. Blue light transports you down to a dungeon, you fight a boss. And then they take a lot of assets from like Breath of the Wild, but people have been ripping off from Breath of the Wild forever. So all the little sound and quirks and like all that stuff. So it's in early access. It's only $30 right now, so it's not in the full game. So, but Nintendo's already investigating. So,
I thought I read that they like sued them already. That it was like so it was already getting there.
Yeah, they just released that they were gonna start investigating.
Cease and desist, like perhaps.
I don't know if people
Paul's World.
I
would have thought it.
But yeah, so what were we talking about? We're talking about
WWE's Wild Week.
Did you also see that Dwayne? The day Dwayne became the board of what is it? A chairman. He's one of the board of the.
He's on the board.
On the board of the board of directors. And I'm seeing a few things. I'm seeing that they appointed his daughter as the GM of NXT. Did you see this?
Oh, like in storyline?
Yeah, like the first ever female GM.
Youngest ever.
Yeah, whatever.
Does that mean she sucks at wrestling? Really?
She is on the list. She made my list. She's on the list with Sam Irvine. She's on the list with Renee. She's on the list with the other Dupree girl. What's her name?
Oh, Maxine Dupree.
Maxine Dupree. We're trying to remember it earlier.
The Cringe
Dupree.
Lords.
Yeah, the three wise men. Now it's the four horsemen with
the four horsemen of cringe.
Four horsewomen of cringe. She's on there. But the other thing was the second that was announced, I guess, Rock was on First Take, Stephen A. Smith or whatever.
Right.
And he said, like, I believe that a WrestleMania with me and Roman Reigns would be the biggest WrestleMania ever, or some shit like that. So now immediately everyone is like, it's going to be Rock and Roman. It's going to be Seth and Gunther, who I've now changed my pick. I think Gunther is going to win.
They did come out and do a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're going to go with what the storylines are this past Monday, which is Cody and Punk.
Right.
Which you might be right. They both eliminate each other or something like that.
Yeah, like something happens and Gunther wins because they got too excited about eliminating each other. Now they're in a feud. I mean, that's money. That's fine. And then I guess Seth repairs the knee at a godlike speed and fights Gunther. Gunther challenges him.
Yeah, and then maybe like he said, like he's like, I'm going to target every broken bit of your body, so you can work a match like that. You know what I mean? Where he's just like doesn't really get a lot of offense, and they're going to be super behind him as a baby face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll work the other knee.
Something like that, yeah.
Yo, that's wild. I really, really, really don't want to see The Rock fight Roman Reigns. I really don't want to see The Rock anywhere
Because
near
he's
this
not,
shit.
because Roman's not going to be in Perth, Australia.
Hmm.
Oh, by the way, I finally saw the clip. It finally got to my side of the internet. The clip of Grayson Waller and LA
Oh,
Knight.
them on the talk show, yeah.
Yeah, and the Cornette was like, ah! He calls Grayson Waller like he when he does the thumbnails, he has Grayson Waller as like a chipmunk.
Yeah, he's like a poser. Yo, I want to say that I did
He's
have
like an
that.
Alvin.
I felt a little vindicated. Well, not vindicated, but I felt like a little juice because that was kind of my take last week before I heard Corny's take. I was like, it was like, it wasn't those iconic moments of Vader beating up the guy or David Schultz or fucking Hulk Hogan choking out that one guy. It was nowhere near those iconic moments. It was basically a copy of a copy, like a guy knowing that that's what he needed to do. And he didn't even get physical with the guy or even take a step towards him. He just got a little.
Are you real, mate? Are you for real, mate?
Yeah, he got a little like angry. And Corny said the same thing, buried it. And rightfully so, because it was like, it was cool for this day and age, but compared to those classic moments, that shit was nothing. It was fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Whatever.
So do you think that that's going to happen, that The Rock with his fucking turtleneck is going to fight Roman Reigns? I bet you. Yo, I would be rooting for Reigns.
They're saying, I also said a Bischoff this week, and they're talking like that he might actually just lose at the Rumble, not have to take a pin, just to kind of like get the Rock thing going already.
Because The Rock versus Roman doesn't need to be for the title. It's for the head of the table.
Yeah, and then you could have
Randy versus Cody.
Yeah, nah, you can have like just Randy face somebody else for the title at that point. But I mean, why would you dumb down the undisputed title so quickly if you're gonna say that these other three matches are more important than the title already? You know what I mean? Like the three matches I listed.
See, but man, I hate that because I feel like you're making a lot of sense, and I feel like
they might make a rash decision based around just The Rock.
Well, if The Rock's involved, that's exactly what they're gonna do. But let's not even saying that The Rock is involved or isn't. I feel like to give the heavyweight championship validity and like a little like juice, they're gonna have the Rumble winner pick that person. They're gonna have the Rumble winner, like you're right, like fucking Gunther's gonna win and challenge Seth, and like the Roman storyline is gonna be like, and I hate that because to me, the fucking, the nostalgia, the fucking classic way, is that the fucking winner of the Royal Rumble faces the guy for the best title, and whether you like the schedule that Roman has or not, that's the best title. The Universal title is the title for me, at least. So. I fear that you're right, and I feel like the Rumble winner isn't going to play a part in the Bloodline or Championship storyline.
They're trying to really get the World Heavyweight Championship over.
Right, so that's how I could see that they would, like force feed the Rumble winner. The Rumble winner, like it's just as good.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst idea where like Gunther wins and then he goes and faces Seth, an injured Seth, and beats him and becomes a double champion. That would really you'd solidify him as a main event guy.
What's up, Sean from the secondary show in the chat, along with Brian, says the Mania program has changed. Seth is out now until Mania. The money controls it all. The Rock saw an opportunity and jumped at it. It also doesn't need to happen now. I think that's what you're talking about. No way Roman loses at Rumble, says Brian.
Yeah, I mean, like they could do something silly. They can do whatever they want because he's not going to be on Australia. So, or at least that's what they're saying.
Reigns has to lose the belt at Mania. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, but then you can also be like, oh, that he's going to not lose and then hold it till the Hogan record.
Which I'm a fan of. There became a point where I went from being a smart mark who was sick of John Cena winning to just being a guy who loved watching John Cena win, and for all the marks to like lose their, but it's always Cena. It's always Cena. And it's like Cena wins the Rumble the year that everybody doesn't want him to win the Rumble. And it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. And that's where I'm at with Reigns. Like, yeah, have everybody punch their TVs because Roman wins.
There was already people doing that last year at Mania. You ever seen clips of when Cody got pinned? And then the guy was like trying to rip the fucking seat. Like at the stadium. Like he's trying to he's like, oh, and he's like running up and down the stairs. Like, like super pissed off Mark.
Yo, maybe that's true. Sean brings up a valid point too. Maybe they, just because this signing just happened, maybe they tease Roman versus Rock for next year.
Yeah, I mean they could do something where you know how they did Cena versus The Rock and they booked it like 1 year in advance. They announced it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you do all the promotion. And look, that ended up being one of the coolest matches ever.
Yeah.
And one of the best Mania shows ever. So they can do that and that'd be great.
Do you feel terrible after eating that protein bar? I feel like you look and sound terrible right now.
I mean, I've been up since like 7, 8 in the morning. Like 7 in the morning.
Are you crashing?
Traveling.
Do you feel the energy, your soul leaving your body?
I know. I feel better once I started the show.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
But I am a little tired today, which sucks because we're only halfway through and we have a lot to talk about.
Well, you know what? You are doing great and your hair looks great. So
thank you. All right. So I guess we'll just address the elephant in the room.
What's
the big elephant. The big elephant in the room, brother.
The big elephant. Hold on, wait, there are more headlines. Okada finishing with Japan. Thanks.
Yeah,
New
so
Japan.
everyone's
Moving
leaving
on.
New Japan.
He's
Everyone's
going
leaving
to
New
WWE.
Japan.
100%. Okada to the E. He's going to
Some
debut.
people are saying that he's going to show up at the Rumble. I'm like, and then I'm also hearing that he's got to finish up by the 31st. So
he's going to show up at the Rumble. He's going to finish up on the 31st. Then he'll be at NXT the following Tuesday. That's what I read. I read a headline.
Yo, and then they're saying NXT for him.
Yeah,
Why?
I read that. I hated that.
That's bad. I mean, Nakamura went there too. Joe went there. A lot of guys did go there.
I don't know. NXT isn't what it used to be, in my opinion. You know, like
yeah. I mean, who's he gonna feud with?
I don't know. One of the guys that's good down there that I'd never watch or think about. You know, I don't know. Like he would be by far the biggest name down there.
Yeah. Besides, I mean, they just lost the top star, Cora Jade. So
tell me about this. Yes or no, Okada in the Rumble, point blank.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that.
All right,
I mean, like,
yes.
would anyone you just say yes to anything?
I guess that is.
I think he's gonna be in it. You think Hogan's gonna be in it? Because
Hogan's definitely gonna be in it. 100%. 100%.
People are saying he's gonna come in at number 1 so he can take his time.
Yeah, the second person's gonna actually pass him on the way to the ring.
Or number 30. He's going to come at number 30 and just clean house.
I need Hulk Hogan in the Royal Rumble. I need Okada in the Rumble. Well, I don't really need Okada in the Rumble. I just think it's going to happen. I told you, brother.
They had Hulk Hogan snapbacks over there at the store today.
I don't know. I feel like even if he was going to do it, he's not going to do it now because now when people think about him, they're going to be thinking about the dildo of him and not so much him.
Boy.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. Oh, brother.
All right, so no Okada for you. Yes, Okada for me.
Yeah, I'm just more interested in the fact of why everyone's leaving New Japan. Like it's been an exodus of that company for the last like 8 years. You know, all the Bullet Club guys and AEW guys left. Nakamura left. Okada left. Tama Tonga left.
Yeah, everybody hates New Japan, I guess.
I don't know. I guess they're just getting old enough where it's like, what am I going to do with like my life? You know, like I maybe want a lighter schedule. I can go somewhere else. You know, it's like lifestyle and shit like that, you know?
Yo, yeah. It's like, hey, I'm Okada. I'm 30 something years old. I could have 1 million more fans. You know, like
yeah.
And like think about
and then a less of a schedule beating me up, and you know, there's plenty of Japanese people living in the States and stuff.
Too. You don't have to be so crazy. You know, you could like do a TV style, and also, like you think about it, WWE is kind of global, right? They're doing like a very global ambassador type thing. How dope would it be to have Okada? Like, then they could run then WWE could run in Japan. You know, they could run a show at the Tokyo Dome. Fuck it. You know, like
E-fans don't know who Okada is, right? I mean, there's
I
no
don't
way.
think so. I don't think so.
Like, that's what I'm saying. He would come out and they'd be like even when Cody showed up in Dallas when he came back, they were like,
Oh, this guy
"This
was
guy used to be Stardust. What's
Yo,
he been up? What's he been up to?"
What's this guy been up to? CM Punk is back. Yo,
Yeah, CM Punk's back. He's been gone for 9 years. Yeah.
you know what's so dope? I loved it because I know that you. How do I put this? I know that when you saw this, you thought the same thing as me because we both witnessed the AEW Cody, where he tried so hard. You remember that promo with the ladder that was like all over the place? It was all jumbled and fucked up. And he
I think
like
so, yeah.
touched on the promo that he's been dying to give. He's been dying to compare himself helping start AEW to CM Punk dropping the pipe bomb. And Cody finally got to do it on Raw.
Because it inspired him or something,
because
right?
It inspired him and blah, blah, blah. My phone died, by the way, so my notes are out the window. So,
Oh, did it? Yeah, my phone's good. Don't worry, I got it.
I feel like there were other interesting headlines to talk about, too.
I'm just double checking if there's a DraftKings pool as well. And then maybe we'll cover this after we do our drawing. But the internet here is getting pretty taxed.
That's right. If Okada is at that age where he's on the fence, and if he don't do it now, he could miss his chance.
Yeah.
And WWE fans are going to be dumbfounded. See, that's the thing, too. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a DraftKings pool for this. There might be tomorrow or something.
Like Nakamura was like mysterious and like wacky and weird and eccentric Japanese like assassin badass. What, Okada's going to come out with like his coat and the money? Like, that doesn't really make any sense in America. It doesn't really make any sense in general.
We touched on the Dark Side of the Ring stuff last week, and then in the interim, they actually gave us the updated episode names.
Yeah, there's this. I just off the top of my head, there's the Sandman. There's Davey Boy Smith.
Earthquake.
I don't know
Brutus.
who else.
Brutus Beefcake. Black Saturday. I guess when they bought the whatever the fuck territory or fucking time slot from some time, I was never a fan. So, what is so funny?
I just feel like you're gonna keel over and die.
I'm fine. Maybe it's the lighting in here.
No, I think.
Am I like slur? Am I slurring my words or anything? Am I okay?
Yeah, I don't know. Are you?
The Xanax wore off a long time ago. But yeah. When I look tired, I look tired. You know,
Yeah,
I think it's the light. I think it's the lighting. It's like that Seinfeld episode where like I'm in the bad lighting. I look really bad right now.
Dark Side of the Ring season 5 pretty weak in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Not really excited or looking forward or highlighting any of those episodes. Really,
we'll still be covering every episode. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it. All right, I'll watch it for the good of the show. But yeah, I for the flagship show. But yeah, I'm not really that hyped on it. Like what we're
you know what, Kevin Patrick? Who Kevin Patrick is?
Dunzo, out of here. Poor guy. I like.
When I put this in the notes, I was saying being removed from the SmackDown comment. First, it was they're moving them around. They're going to give him a chance. Then a week later, it was like he's removed. Then 2 days later or a day later, he's released.
Done. I hate when an Irishman loses their job. You know.
My name is Finley. And I love to fight. Yeah, what there's no word on. I don't know. Was he just not doing well? Was he on SmackDown, this guy?
He's not I don't know. He was always on the pre-show. I feel like he'd always be on the pre-show laughing and joshing about.
Maybe they just weren't feeling the accent or something. Maybe they're gonna get Sam Irvine in there now.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. No. Anybody but her.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gone. Rest in peace. I liked him.
The 2K24 covers came out.
Oh yeah, dual covers.
They were. No, it's 3 covers.
Is it 3?
I think it's 3. It's the Cody one. They all look AI generated. First off,
yeah,
there's
it was
the Cody one.
Yeah.
It looks like a shitty like rap artist like T-shirt where it shows them like one guy here and then the same guy here and here
No,
and then doing something.
I didn't think that. I wasn't offended.
Yeah, no, I thought it looked like shit compared to like other covers they've done. It was the Cody one, and then there was Rhea.
And Bianca, Rhea Bianca.
Oh, Rhea and Bianca. Okay.
Face to
And
face,
then-
dual cover.
And then there's the WrestleMania like deluxe cover.
See, I thought that was just a graphic of the game. Like that's the graphic of the mode that's featured in the game.
Okay.
I don't.
So I
think
guess
a
that's what
cover.
they were getting at when they were showing the coffin.
Well, there's coffin casket matches now.
Oh, is that what they were announcing?
That's a
See, I
feature.
missed that then.
I think
missed
they
that then.
announced special referee.
What was the sword? Can you use
You
a
can
sword?
stab
Is that...
somebody in the heart with a sword. Yeah, Drew McIntyre could use a sword and kill you.
when he hit this, when he hit the rope, that was one of the funniest spots when he hit that rope.
Yo,
and it
could we
blew up.
just say that ever since we've been singing his song on the show, he's done a complete 180 and is cool again.
Yeah.
I can see a Final Four. I can see a Final Four for Drew.
Yeah, rightfully so.
You know,
I think-
the experience that you described, WrestleMania Tampa when Drew won the belt in the airport. I feel like that's exactly like how his WrestleMania documentary went. You know, it's like him sitting around being disappointed about, like that's how. Yeah. It's just what he's like. What do you mean the entire world is shut down when I was supposed to win the championship? Oh shit. You know.
Speaking of shit, so I get off the plane today, and I'm getting like tons of messages right when I get out. You know, switch off airplane mode, and it's like I'm getting all these like Sean Ross Sapp, whatever his name is, or not
Yeah,
Sean Ross Sapp.
that's
Who's that's the Chicago guy?
The Chicago guy is Dan Houseman, David Houseman, John. I think it's Doug. Dan. I think it's Dan. It might be Daniel Houseman.
Let me check exactly who these messages were coming from.
Swami. No, it's definitely Dan Houseman.
It was Sean. It was from Fightful. Yeah, Sean Ross.
Sean
Sapp.
Ross Sapp. Sean Ross crap.
Details of allegations in the Vince McMahon lawsuit are wild, including accusations that he has defecated on women's head during a threesome.
Whoa! How?
Vince McMahon forcefully used sex toys on her, including dildos he named after WWE wrestlers, causing her bruising and bleeding, the suit said.
Oh no!
And then it said "what" at the end. He was just saying like "what," but it looked like "what." The details of allegations in the Vince McMahon lawsuit are wild, including accusations. Oh no, I'm just reading the same thing again. I think this was sent twice because
I mean we're trying to stay monetized here, Joe.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I know where the.
Would you like me to read? Would you like me to read the text message?
No, I don't think you need to read the text message. This is crazy.
I said it was fake.
It's
I said the
gotta
text
be.
message was fake because it sounded like scam speech.
Yeah.
You know, like you, like the letter U over no capital U. You will do this, and you will.
I don't know,
You know?
man. It's I am a nihilist, you know. I'm a practicing nihilist, so my opinion is that I can't believe it's so much worse than even my wildest imagination. I can't believe that when you were watching him do like the Lita storyline, or not the Lita, the Trish storyline, and like the fucking Sable storyline, all that like mid 2000s McMahon stuff, where he was like completely unhinged, that like post Attitude Era, I own everything McMahon stuff. Dude. His fucking, all those scenes with like his daughter and how his family like laughs about like, oh yeah, we were going to have a thing where like Shane was the one who got me pregnant. Oh man, all that stuff. Every single worst nightmare I've ever had about the peculiarness and possible insanity of Vince McMahon has been tripled by the actual things that are in this fucking lawsuit report, fucking whatever the fuck.
This woman, the woman they're talking about was a woman they released the picture of.
I still haven't seen this woman. I don't know who this woman is.
They released some picture of some girl, some younger woman, dark hair, white woman. Apparently, this is the one that I had happened to, or whatever.
I mean, I have no idea of the details. I've just been reading the headlines and the material from the fucking, like in the tweets, the Wall Street Journal tweets and shit. And yeah, holy fucking shit. Think about
this. Shit'll always get. It doesn't. Does it really matter though? Somehow
I don't know. I think
worm his way out of it though.
No, I think
does.
He's going to go to federal prison actually, and I think that yeah, that's what I kind of think, dude. I think it's going to get a lot more. I think it's going to get a lot worse because that.
I mean, I guess it should now that TKO's involved. Like they're going to have to like.
Well, that's the craziest thing. Like the day before they announced this Netflix, it was like 2 days ago, right? It was on Tuesday they announced it. And on Wednesday, they had The Rock and like the board of directors and the fucking turtleneck, like with a picture of Triple H and Nick Khan and all these motherfuckers. And Vince was in the photo too. And they're like opening up the New York Stock Exchange or whatever the fuck. It's like some fucking
closing it, yeah.
Ding, ding, Illuminati shit, dude.
Ding, 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 ding.
And you know that they did that because they knew that the shit was about to drop. And who even knows? They probably fucking paid off the Wall Street Journal. Oh, wait till Thursday. Let's get 48 hours of stock price. They're probably fucking in on it too. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. They made the frogs gay, Joe. They made them gay.
Gay fish. Yeah.
I feel like there's a level of Alex Jones to all of this somehow. It's not usually my first instinct to go there. But I just feel really fucking strange about all of this.
Yeah. Like I said, that's why I was like, oh, he'll just worm his way out again because it's kind of like part of the script, Everything's scripted, bro.
Oh my God. What did McAfee do? How about and the Lesnar thing? Oh my God, the Lesnar thing.
So Lesnar apparently is involved too.
Did you hear?
I had a very busy day, so I barely put all these things together.
As part of like Lesnar's contract negotiations, it was like you got to make like photos and videos for Brock and probably like fuck him to like as part of the fucking deal. And I'm just saying, like, yo, and this shit, she was released in like 2022. She signed like an NDA and I think got like $3 million or whatever. That's what initially started the whole thing.
Wait, who was this for?
Whoever the fucking lady is. Whoever the lady is that we were hearing about before.
Okay.
You remember when this shit first broke like a few months ago or whatever? It was like,
yeah.
She came forth and there was like a federal probe or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
The NDA was like, it's like she didn't come public. But she like sued, so the NDA became like I guess null and void or whatever. I don't know. That's just my imagination. I'm imagining all of this, but it's the same lady, and I'm just saying that if she was really like this is like old. I think that the timeline of this is like pretty recent Vince, like within the last 10 years, right? This whole thing happened. I don't know the dates or whatever. But from like think about it. Like how long has Brock Lesnar been around? So it's like let's say like 2005. It's somewhere in that window in the last 20 years.
I think it was like 2002, 2003.
All right. Well, let's say that it was somewhere within the last 20 years. This whole case that we are like hearing about happened. Imagine what happened in the 20 years before that. You know what I'm saying? If like this is what we're hearing about and it happened within the last 10 years. Imagine how much and how long and how powerful for how many years, you know what I mean? How many more stories are there like this? And not even like directly related to Vince.
Yeah, Laurinaitis, and that's why. Hey, and then look, who left only a week ago? Was it only a week ago when
Kevin Dunn?
Well, Dunn left, and Cornette says that Dunn was always a pervert. And
you know what's funny? You actually joked with me, and you said, "Oh, because so and so got called out, so Kevin Dunn just like vanished. He's retiring." And then it's like, well, that was a month ago. So there must have been word that this shit was going to happen. Everybody knew that this was going to happen. And also it's like, oh, Triple H is trying to be the good guy now. If this shit is true, Triple H definitely knew that this was happening the whole time. So fuck him too.
Well, Steph left too.
Like way early on, like a year ago when this shit like came out, dropped.
Yeah.
Because they all knew how fucking bad it was going to be. They all knew how fucking embarrassing and bad it was going to be. It's fucking. It's peculiar. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
strange.
but not to play both sides here. But what is the worst that can happen? Vince goes to jail.
I guess Vince goes to jail and dies.
And then, like the WWE just gets like, you know, nothing's.
I don't think it's gonna hurt their business because
no, I think it might help because any press is good press.
Well, I mean. do all the tweets now count towards their overall numbers that they brag about? It's like, oh, we had 25 billion engagements. It's like, yeah, half of it was like people talking about Vince shitting on a woman's head. The Wall Street Journal reporting that Vince shit on somebody's head. Like, just think about that in just perspective.
Think about that and naming
it
dildos.
It was me all along.
This is the big red machine.
I can't believe how much more of a pervert Vince McMahon was than I ever could have imagined in my wildest dreams. It's shocking to me. It's fascinating. And it's horrible. It's tragic. What a news day is right.
What a news day.
Well, here's the real headline, Joe. I think I just read your mind telepathically. Because the real news day starts right now.
I'm ready. With
these Royal Rumble picks. Joe, do you care to put your money where your mouth is and recap what we're doing here with the Royal Rumble?
So we were able to fill all 30 spots for this pool. Basically what happens is I accrued 15 names. No, I've accrued 14 names. Someone bought 2 different spots. And each okay. So
it was me. It was me.
Everyone who paid me got 2 spots in the Rumble, 2 random numbers. But one person bought bought four numbers, so they doubled down twice, or they doubled down. Excuse me. So, it's been a long day.
Start over. So there are 30 entrants in the Royal Rumble.
New Japan.
So Eddie Kingston.
It's funny
where his mouth was. No, but you can do this. Okay. So just explain to me what the Royal Rumble is, first of all. So let's backtrack here.
37 years ago. Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, we're going to decide what everyone's numbers are here with the randomizer. Everyone paid up. Everyone surprisingly paid up. And we had 14 people in all, one of which bought 4 spots. So making it 15.
So there are 15 spots in the Royal Rumble pool. Each spot gets 2 numbers out of the 30 in the Royal Rumble match.
So, for example,
2 numbers represent the wrestlers that come out to those numbers, Joe.
So if there's a draw, then that there's 0 point.
That's 0 point.
That's 0 points.
So each, so and it's $10.
So for example, my name gets, all the names are going to get jumbled up by the randomizer, and that's going to be the numbers that you are going to wait for when you're watching the Rumble. If your guy comes out at
if your wrestler
is number 5,
yeah, if your number is 5,
and number 5 wins the Rumble, you win the pot,
which is $10 times 15 spots,
100,
which is $150.
Correct.
This is winner take all Royal Rumble.
Sorry, it's been a long day.
Each person gets 2 numbers, but one person bought 2 spots, which gives them 4 numbers. The person with the number coinciding with the wrestler who wins the Royal Rumble wins $150.
Okay, so I also want to preface this gambling scheme. I don't want to hear any flack or any shit talking or anyone getting angry
That's right.
or butt hurt or anything out. This is just how it is.
Like you were prepared
show
to
you
do
my
the year that you accidentally won.
Yes.
You
I
were
was going
ready to
bitch.
scream
I was going to bitch.
murder until you won.
Yes.
Okay.
But wait, but there's 2 winners, so men's rumble. Wait, what did you say? I'm reading chat. Sorry.
No, it's for the men's Royal Rumble.
It's only for the men's.
Contest pertains to only
the
men's
men's.
Royal Rumble.
There wasn't enough juice on the women's one.
Wasn't enough juice.
There wasn't enough juice, and it was hard enough just to get 15 people. So yeah. So I don't want to hear it if someone like their guy comes out and their guy's like a favorite, and then some other guy comes back, runs up really early and knocks him in the head and throws him in the barricade and hits him with a chair, and then they go to the back and they can't get in there, or someone replaces somebody, like some weird shit that happened like a few years ago with Becky Lynch and all this stuff, and then she ended up winning, and then I won, and then people were all angry at me, and it's just like it's fucking pro wrestling. Okay.
Anything can happen.
Whoever points at the fucking sign at the end, if that's your fucking number, you fucking win. I don't care how it fucking happened. Okay. All right,
will there be belly aching allowed?
No belly aching.
What about panty bunching?
You can belly ache and chat all you want, but just I don't want to get any DMs or anyone talking shit to me.
Yeah, we don't want anybody to fake it.
You know how much money I lose on FanDuel every fucking week.
Yeah.
Like
it's $10. Get over it.
I lost like $100 by 1 fucking yard the other day. Like, come on. I've got way closer calls than.
Did you have James Cook?
No, I had David Montgomery.
Ooh, David Montgomery.
That was 7 yards, and then the 1 yard I lost is when Lamar Jackson was supposed to have 30 yards in the first quarter. Anyway, at 29.
Well, the James Cook thing, he rushed for 61 yards through 3 quarters, and I think his number was like 60, and then he got a 3-yard loss in the 4th quarter on his only run.
Yeah,
and it reversed it. Montgomery fucked me on a parlay. I had Mike Evans, Montgomery, fucking Kittle, and somebody else anytime, right? And everybody hit except for fucking Montgomery, because the one play that the Lions ran at the goal line with the runner, he was on the sideline. He was hurt for just a second, so they put in like the backup.
Yeah.
It was fucking bullshit.
All right, without further ado,
I guess what we'll do is we will read the names first.
Yes, that is appropriate.
Okay, in the Royal Rumble, putting their money where their mouths are, we have Jedi Joe, Anthony D, Tristan J, John B, Mikey C, Ruben, Brian G, Pat, Eric S, Steve F, hold on, Venome725 is the person who bought 2 spots. Joe, why does this person have a fake name while everybody else has a real name?
So they're not someone I know IRL. They're someone from that Discord I'm in, that resellers Discord. So
CB Item Box.
That's someone I know from Twitch.
Urka. And finally, Mac.
This is basically a group of either friends or some people from the channel, Discords, Twitch. Wrestling fans are everywhere. So,
all right. Without further ado, I will read.
Wait, is it on the screen?
It is on the screen. You are now not muted, but not seen. So if you needed to check your phone or have a smoke, I will now read to you the description of the website we are using, random.org. List randomizer.
I was behind 25 minutes.
This form allows you to arrange the items of a list in random order. The randomness comes from atmospheric noise, which for many purposes is better than the pseudo-random number algorithms typically used in computer programs. Part 1. Enter list items. Enter your items in the field below, each on a separate line. Items can be numbers, names, email addresses, etc. A maximum of 10,000 items are allowed. Please don't enter anything you would consider confidential. So
All
everybody,
right. Also, drag that so all the names can be seen. Drag the thing.
Oh, here we go. Good, good. Yeah, I mean, Jedi Joe, you are a wrestling odds maker. Okay. So now we are going to scroll down and click randomize.
No. Wait. Oh, go to the thing on the bottom right of the bar and open it. Yeah, there we go. So you can see all the names.
Yeah, well, Joe, I mean, I have okay, there we go. All the names.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're on a delay. You're on a delay.
Or all, no, I mean, you know,
Get out of the way,
it's
too.
It's warping the window. Here we go. All right,
It's
we got
okay.
it. We got it.
And I'll increase the font by like 5 or 6 points too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, you can't even tell what it is
Preferences.
because this involves money. So I need to make sure everyone's happy with this.
Okay. As you see, the names have all been added to the randomizer. If you'd like, you can go test out the randomizer yourself to see the legitimacy of it.
The validity of it.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna
Pat's
go
going to press the randomizer once, and that is going to be the numbers that everyone gets. We'll go through it again, and then we'll also, place some odds like who has the best chance now, like, who has very good numbers,
Yeah. Well, right now, the person who bought 2 fucking spots is piece of crap.
That doesn't really mean anything. You know that.
Well, mathematically it does, Joe. And don't make me go over it again. So I will now be clicking the randomizer button to randomize the field. Joe, do you want to give me some type of countdown?
We'll randomize in 3, 2, 1.
Randomize.
Make it so. Make it so.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What happened?
All right. So, are you ready to hear the numbers and the list?
This is so behind.
Number 1, we have Jedi Joe. Just like the year that you were complaining to me about my fucking Rumble pool. Just like the year you won with Edge. You have selected number 1. You dirty, rotten.
Damn. And I got. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
All right. Number 2, Eric S. Number 2, I think, is a very good spot. Number 2 is just as good as number 1, maybe slightly less good. Number 3, Pat. I'm liking my pick at number 3. Obviously, I'd rather have 1 or 2. I think the probability of 1 or 2 winning is much higher. However, 3 is still good. I think top 4 is still pretty fucking good. Number 4, CB Item Box. Same notes as number 3. Number 5 and number 6.
Oh, wow.
Venom 725. Joe, I think that right there, you could value 5 and 6 at the same. I don't want to jinx it, but, those might be 2 trash picks. You never know. That might just be like fucking Kofi and somebody else, and there's a thing, and maybe it's fun to watch.
It's a new day. Yeah.
Number 7, Tristan J. Number 8, Brian G. Number 9, Ruben. Number 10, Venom 725. Number 11, Urka. Number 12, Ruben. These are all the shit numbers, by the way, the middle. Number 13, Steve F. Number 14, John B. Number 15, Anthony D. Joe, I feel like everything I say is jinxing everything that's going to happen. Like when I said, 5 and 6 might be shit. Now I feel like 5 and 6 could win.
Yeah, these are the shit numbers.
Yeah, shit numbers. Like I just increased their value with karmic energy. So we're halfway through. Joe, I think number 1 is the most sought after number of the top 15. I'd say the best numbers in the top 15 are 1, 2, and maybe like 15.
Yeah.
You have any
Yeah, not
thoughts?
many winners have come from those numbers. I would say the most winners have come from 1, 2, 3, 22, 23, 24, 25, and the most have come from 27 and like 28, something like that.
All right, the last 15 names. 16, Tristan J. 17, Eric S. 18, Steve F. 19, Anthony D. 20, Mikey C. 21, Urka. Urka going 11 and 21. That's like a mystical combo. 22, CB Item Box. 23, Mac. 24, Jedi Joe. Joe, how do you feel about 24?
I think I got really good numbers.
Yeah, those are good numbers.
Those
1
are
and
really
24.
good numbers. Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be
Number-
like Cody Rhodes, and then 24 will be like CM Punk,
Uh,
and then still lose.
yeah, I feel like that's really what you want. You want to be on the top and the bottom. And
Yeah,
I have good
pretty
numbers
much.
too. Where are we at? Oh, Venom 725. Joe, let's take a second to talk and highlight Venom.
Mm. Yeah, he got
Uh,
kind of boned with the 5-6 spot.
So this is the person who bought the 2 spots. So I want to. So they got 5, 6, 10, and 25. Their best numbers got to be 25, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I like 10, and 5 and 6. You never know. You never know.
Mhm.
You never know. Those aren't bad numbers. If you're gonna take 4, you kind of want to be at the top of the bottom. Number 26, Mac. Number 27, Mikey C. What's the number that the most people have won from? Is it 27 or 28, Joe?
21, 27, and 20, 27, 28, and like number 1 and 2.
So 27, Mikey C. 28, Brian G. 29, Pat. And number 30, John B. John B also has 14, which isn't bad.
So screenshot everything. Can I come back on the screen now?
Oh, you want to? Okay.
Yes.
So everything's screenshotted. Everything is completely,
How's the chat? How's chat feeling it out? Are they?
Hold on, I got a minute. Let's minimize you. Let's minimize
they-
this. Boom.
Are
You're
they?
back.
Are they?
I
have they
not
rioted
checked
in
on
chat yet?
I feel like we got to see. My knees are itchy. Does that mean I have luck? I'm not even going to itch them until after this randomization. Okay? It's rigged. I am the Ocho. Brian, thank you for letting us play. 8 is going to be JBL. 28 is going to be CM Punk. Let's go. Brian's feeling happy about 28, which as well he should. I think 28 is
that's a very good
statistically the best one.
I knew it was we were in for trouble when you hit go and then you made a sound. You were like, oh.
Yeah, because
I knew
1 was
immediately
here.
I was number 1.
Damn it! Of course, you've somehow gained the system yet again.
Yeah, you like went into the code.
Yeah, how did you do it? I mean, and full disclosure, everybody, Joe is the one who recommended this website to me.
Yeah, it's like go in and place favorites. It's like 1 and 27. Add Joe names position 1 times 50. everyone else at 1 variable. Yeah.
Urka valued member Urka says, I feel great. I love gambling now. I'm going to the casino. So we got Urka hooked.
There we
The
go.
blood's pumping. I wish we could do a woman's. I wish we could do a woman's. That would be so fun.
So basically I will be looking for 1 and 27. Yeah, I mean that's pretty fucked because 1, I can't not pay attention to the Rumble now because if it's 1, and so it's probably someone good. Now I'm gonna have to really pay attention,
I would love if
Yeah.
they're like, 1 always lasts. So predictable. Let's have them go out right away.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
That'd be really funny if it was Hulk Hogan. You'd be like, oh,
Yo, I'd be so excited. I told you. I told you.
oh my god.
You want to? Let's talk more about Vince shitting on this woman's
Yeah, of
head.
course.
I mean, holy crap. What do you
We
think's
have,
gonna happen to him? They might parade him around
I
in
mean-
the streets. Shame.
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 Shame. Shame.
It's
I
horrible.
mean, somehow he's gonna worm his way out like he always does, man.
Neck brace in court.
Oh yeah. Didn't he had a neck brace? That's right. Last time it happened.
He was like selling his neck.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Of course, go ahead.
What do you think Damian Priest's path to WrestleMania is?
I wanted to also go through favorites of announced favorites of winners, potential winners for the Rumble as well.
Oh, okay. Did you write this yourself, or is it?
No. I don't have like odds made of this or anything
Right.
like that. But I just wrote a quick list of stuff who's confirmed. So I have Cody,
Right.
Punk, Drew, Gunther, Jey Uso, Damian Priest, Lashley, Nakamura, Brock, and then I also put LA Knight, AJ, and Randy Orton on it.
You think they might
honestly,
compete and then be in it?
like, I don't think anybody else is worth a fuck if it's not those guys. I don't think anyone's.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that I would even rank. I almost like, obviously there's like the top tier, like the S tier is like CM and Cody, odds on
Cody,
favorites.
Punk, Drew. I think I think people are really sleeping on Gunther, dude.
Right. Well, I would estimate that Gunther's odds are probably better than either of the Usos' odds. Honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
And even who else? You mentioned somebody else. I even think Damian Priest is somebody who could sleep on, because they could do like a first time ever Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble type of thing.
If they really want to stink it up, yeah. I will be the first ever senior Money in the Bank Royal Rumble. They had at the Superstore, they had all the senior Money in the Banks.
Oh, senor.
Like, yeah, senior Money in the Banks. And then they have the replica Rhea Ripley jacket with all the studs and chains and shit.
How much is that?
It wasn't that much. Some of the stuff was like weirdly priced. Some of the stuff's weirdly priced. Like snapbacks are only like $25, but then shirts are like $40. But then that Rhea jacket is like $100,
Huh.
you know. But then you go over to the sign stuff and it's like ridiculously astronomically priced than what it used to be. You used to be able to get like a signed 8x10 for like $40-$50. Now it's like, I'm like, well, how much is this Seth Rollins 8x10? And he's like, oh, everything's all different. I'm like, fuck me. I'm like, how much is this, Seth? And he's like, 80. I'm like, well, how much is this Kevin Owens? And he's like, 60. I'm like, well, how much is this Undertaker? He's like, 300. I'm like, thank you for your time.
Huh.
Because they had all a bunch of other stuff. They had Funko Pops. They had sign figures. They had like a 18x24 of like Taker and Michaels like facing off Sean's last match, you know, like face to face in Arizona at Mania.
Yeah.
And they both signed that. I can imagine that's probably like 600 at least, 500, 600. And they don't. It isn't like you wait till Sunday and they discount this shit, you know.
No, because somebody else in another town will fucking buy it.
I don't know where it goes. I think it just goes up on the auction website, the WWE auction site.
That's pretty dope that they have the Superstore set up already, though. And it's like Thursday.
Yeah, they have to, because it wasn't that many people there. It'll be way more people in there on tomorrow and definitely Saturday and Sunday. It's all generic shit. But to going back to what you were saying, yeah, I mean they're really pushing the shit out of the New Day, Judgment Day. Everything has day in the name. I just realized that. It's a new Judgment Day.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't see Roman losing at the Rumble. I mean, I don't know. I think The Rock.
This has definitely been like the most like clouded, mystery filled 3 months that we're headed into ever in wrestling.
I feel like I say this every week because I'm so excited about the Royal Rumble. But chat below, comment below. Who's
usually you know who the winner is by now. You know, like we all knew Cody was going to win last year,
right? I mean,
I don't think we knew that Drew was going to win though that year.
Yeah, no, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't really remember where I was at, like where he was at before as he was entering. I feel like you kind of knew it was Drew's time, maybe at the time. I don't know. I don't really remember. I mean, I don't really see LA Knight, Randy Orton, or AJ Styles posing any kind of like their WrestleMania future is clouded in my eyes because I think all three of them lose, and I don't know what happens after that with them. I don't want them to be in the Rumble, but maybe they enter the Rumble, and maybe one of them makes it like to the Final Four. But I don't see Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble or LA Knight winning it.
So who's in your Final Four then?
Okay, Final Four for the Royal Rumble.
Final Four. You gotta give me the exact Final Four.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so Final
Your
Four.
exacta.
If I had to put my money where my mouth is, you know, I'm gonna get a little crazy. I'm gonna do like a plus 3,000 here.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go no CM Punk, no Cody. I'm gonna go Solo Sikoa,
Oh,
Gunther,
I even have him on my list.
one of the two Usos.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Final five.
If it's and Damian Priest. No. Finn Balor.
Get the fuck out of here.
Finn Balor. Yeah, I'm trying to be crazy
Yeah.
here.
That's a plus
I'm gonna go
300,000.
Finn Balor. Jay Uso, if I had to pick one of the two. Nah, you know what? Finn Balor, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and who was and Gunther.
And then who were the last?
And then
This is getting so complex.
Jimmy eliminates Solo. Finn Balor, or no, I don't know who eliminates, but Solo goes, Jimmy goes. No. Solo goes. No. Jimmy goes. Balor goes. Jimmy versus Gunther.
You made it too complex.
Gunther wins. Gunther wins.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say just Cody, Punk, Gunther, and I was gonna pick maybe Solo or Jey Uso.
Like one of the bloodline people. Just to keep it spicy.
I think it should be Jay, but they also really push Solo. So probably more important to have Solo.
Yeah, I think Solo. Yeah, I don't know why. I just kind of thought about it, and then I think that's where my head's at with maybe it's Jimmy and Solo because there's some kind of fucking miscommunication that leads to more storytelling of that way, you know. But maybe not. Maybe it's just maybe it is Solo, Damian. Maybe to make my thing plus 2,000, I'd go Solo, Damian, Gunther, and maybe somebody else, fucking, I don't know, Braun
Nakamura.
Breaker or some fucking shit.
I remember Bobby Lashley is also in this match as well.
Oh, yeah, okay, somebody else that needs a Final Four push.
Mm.
I don't know. So okay, so your four were who again? Say that again.
Cody, Punk. I'll say Solo or Jey Uso, and Gunther.
Okay. Brian says Drew, Punk, Gunther, Cody. But anyway, so now count it down for me after those four for you, Joe.
Maybe I really want Cody and Punk in the end, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be they're somehow going to get both eliminated, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna. I feel like CM Punk and Cody Rhodes are just like Vince McMahon right now, 69ing, sucking and shitting all over each other's heads, thinking about how they're gonna pay homage to Bret Hart somehow. And it's going to be like a double fucking thing. It's going to be a Lex Luger fucking Bret Hart thing. Do they have enough balls to make that the finish of the match? No, but I think maybe out of the final four, they do that. They go both feet hitting the ground at the same time, and now they're feuding, but it doesn't really mean anything. It's just like an homage. I don't know.
Especially the fact that Punk is a big Bret Hart fan.
That's what I'm saying. They're like talking about.
So then the final two could be like, you can't have two heels to be the final two. So then I'm going to say Jey Uso then. Jey Uso they'll get really behind Jey Uso.
Versus like Gunther.
But then Gunther wins.
And then Gunther. So we both landed on Gunther. I took a more, but we both did instinctually say an Uso versus Gunther at the end. An Uso versus.
I think no matter. I think no matter what, it'll be some sort of bloodline kind of member.
So wow, after all the chatting and all the speculating, we have both landed on the fact that neither CM Punk nor Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble.
No, I think there's been some changes. Because remember, Brock Lesnar could also be in this, or they might have wiped him.
Well, isn't there now a story that Brock got wiped?
I mean, like I said, there's always sheets saying there's always bunkhouse news sites saying something. All they got to do is go on Photoshop, and all you got to do is put some text on top of a picture and post that picture, and people take it as real fact.
Like me.
I've noted that is my endeavor on this podcast moving forward for 2024. Don't believe everything you fucking see on the internet, and don't come to the show and start preaching it as fact, because not everything we read on the sheets is fact.
And don't complain about the Royal Rumble drawing. It was randomized. Everybody saw it. I'm trying to look for new Vince McMahon news.
Yeah, we got to make sure we close the show. We haven't missed anything.
You know what everybody's talking about on Twitter, which I find weird and perverse, is that this like hot woman is now going to be on Hot Ones. Sydney Sweeney is on Hot Ones.
Oh, is that blonde girl?
Yeah, it's just the girl from The Thing.
Yeah, just simp culture, bro.
Jasmine St. Clair just tweeted, so will there be a penis pic of Mr. McMahon? He's definitely my kind of freak.
Yeah, apparently.
ECW
Ilum.
Yeah. Yeah, and Lance Storm has come out and said, I think there needs to be a legitimate cleaning house cleaning of anyone who covered anything up or who knew about this. This is absolutely disgustingly horrible, and Vince McMahon needs to be gone and done, and I hope there's criminal charges brought if any of this is even remotely true.
Remember Lance Storm's theme? No, it was like a Rob Zombie song.
Apparently Brock made her pee.
Oh, God.
There's a lot of urine. There's a lot of scat involved. There is, it's shocking. It's horrible. Does this make you, Joe, feel about WWE the way that I feel about the Trapped in the Closet trilogy since hearing that R. Kelly was a horrible person? Because that kind of ruined the Trapped in the Closet trilogy for me, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't ruin anything for me. I've wanted Vince out for 20 years.
Because you just knew in your soul that he was doing some weird, crazy shit.
And the booking just was getting awful. That too,
is it possible that he has some type of dementia that he's too powerful to have anybody around him be honest with him about?
Well, it's the same with Tony. Can't be honest with him. It's too much money.
So like
Look,
nobody
and-
was just honest to Vince about how he's a crazy, terrible person.
Bro, did you see how many people were at that fucking Dynamite last night?
Was
Did
it
you see this
very
pic-
little?
It was like 2,000, 2 to 3,000 people there.
Where were they? Do you remember?
Savannah, Georgia.
Wow.
And
So
the main event was Minoru Suzuki versus Edge. The dream match no one asked for.
Yeah, the dream match nobody dreamt of.
Yeah. I do have like a few notes if you want to just go
Yes,
over it.
please.
I said 3,000 or less peanuts. I guess that was a typo.
Mhm.
Adam Page sucks. I guess he's doing the full Magnum. He's going full Magnum TA.
Full
you know?
Magnum PI.
Wardlow is an animal but can't squash people.
Wardlow
Yeah,
sucks.
Wardlow had a match versus Trent Beretta, and he couldn't squash Trent Beretta. But he's an animal, though. He's ruthless.
It's disturbing. How?
I said horrible women's segments on the show and more on the way. What they did was they had Timeless Tony Storm on one side of the screen, like she's sitting here it's on the stage, right?
Right.
Deonna Purrazzo is here, and all this is in color. Tony's on this side, everything's in black and white,
Oh,
all
boy.
between split image.
And they had
and
like,
like, you know, it's like
they had a chat.
Maria Mai and Luthor and all of them on this side, and Renee's in the middle, and then Deanna's on the right, and then Renee's like this, getting herself over, you know. She was still up, and she's all back up and down the shows again, man.
Same clothes for pre and post taped.
Yeah,
Good God bless her for the continuity.
it's great. You know that one girl they got on WWE that does backstage stuff, the really pretty face girl who works for like ESPN or like something like that. Like she
Okay.
probably won't be. She probably has not a lot of wrestling experience. Probably doesn't want to do this as like a career. You know, doesn't want to be wants to use this as a platform, just like what's her
Stepping
face
stone,
did.
just like Charlie Caruso.
Charlie Caruso, exactly. And Charlie Caruso was great because she would be like,
You know what you should do? You should go into Magaron's shop and mention Charlie Caruso. I feel like that would
"What happened?
really.
Why? What happened?
Oh well, I mean,
Is she like super liberal?
yeah. Oh no, the exact opposite actually.
Oh, she's
She's like a Fox News. She's like a Magaron.
Oh, she's a Magaron. She's Fox News. Yeah.
She's a little bit Ronnie.
How do you feel about Charlie Caruso,
Oh
Ron?
man, I love what she's done with her career.
And I heard about this whole like Biden cyborg thing. Can you like tell me about that?
Yeah. Oh, I think.
Um,
Ask him
also,
about Disease X.
can you what?
You don't know about Disease X, dude?
Disease X?
That's
No,
the next
please.
thing. They're giving us a warning this time.
Oh, this is like new COVID.
It's a new thing. Yeah, it's the new COVID.
Disease X.
Disease X this summer.
Nagata versus Danielson on Collision this week. So if you wanted to see 55-year-old Yuji Nagata wrestle Bryan Danielson, that's on Saturday.
Yeah, and your Saturday night's already. Hey, forget about the Royal Rumble. Forget about that $10 you put on those two spots.
Yeah.
Put your money where your mouth is. Watch Bryan Danielson fight 55-year-old.
I'm gonna this is a question for chat. Anyone with their numbers, whatever like that participated, are you gonna be watching it live? And if so, how much more intently and invested are you in this now?
To me,
Because
the gambling,
this
just
is-
like the football,
yeah,
the gambling. I need.
Trust
I
me.
need the Royal
now
Rumble
you understand
gambling.
why we talk about this week in and week out.
Yeah, we
This-
need Royal Rumble gambling. And
I
you
mean,
know what
some
the best
people's-
part is? The best part is like, let's say you got like number 10, and number 10 is like fucking Otis. It becomes like, yo, let's go, Otis.
Yeah, that's what it
You can
becomes.
do it.
Yeah.
You can
It's
do
like,
it, man. Let's
"No,
go, dude.
come on,
Otis.
R-Truth,
Let's go.
please."
Like that's
Yeah.
part of the fun. It's like being a Mets fan, It's like, let's
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
Mets. Let's go. All right, here we go. Hey, bounce back.
Yeah,
We're
there's
we're
definitely
bounce
the
back.
moment when like the guy comes out and you're like, oh.
Like, all right, here we go.
That's why you get two numbers.
Yeah, and I've definitely had years because my friend group started the Royal Rumble drinking game before we even started Boulevard Bullies. The Royal Rumble drinking game was going on for like since
What were the exact
2010.
specifics of
Well, the
of
Royal
that?
Rumble, it was exactly what we did, except what you do is that there's a huge pot. So just the same thing. Let's say that there's, we never had 15 people. We had maybe 10 one year. So everybody throws their money in the middle, their $10.
In their mouth. Yeah.
And everybody takes their money and puts it in their mouth. And you know what? We've done 10 people $20 too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you do it in a course of singles, right? So you have between 1 and 3 beers that you can wager on each one of your numbers. So you get number 5, boom, it's fucking like, you know, wild man Mark Merrow. You're like, all right, whatever. Like I could drink 1 beer, 2 beers. You wager an amount of beers that you can drink before your guy is eliminated. And you take the dollar amount of said beers for every elimination your guy has. So if you get Kane, you go, yo, I'm going to drink 3 beers during Kane. And Kane eliminates 10 guys. You just made yourself $30 out of the pot.
Mhm.
All right. But, however, if you fail to drink those beers within the time that your guy gets eliminated, guess what? Bankrupt. So let's say you get Santino Marella and you got a bunch of money in front of you because of your other eliminations. And you know he's going to get thrown out immediately. You need to wager 1 beer and chug 1 beer because if you don't finish it, you're bankrupt. All your money goes back in the center. And then at the end of the day, the person who wins the Royal Rumble takes the rest of the money. So that was the drinking element that we added to it.
So now that reminds me, are we going to see him? Who are we going to see surprise-wise?
I think you're going to see Okada. I think you're going to see Hulk Hogan. I think you're going to see
everybody under the sun. Yeah.
You're going to see an NXT guy or two.
Would Brock Lesnar be considered a surprise?
Oh, yeah. I think Brock Lesnar would be a huge surprise. And, you know, they kind of teased that on social media. They had a watch-along of people, like, of the current superstars watching and reacting to Brock Lesnar coming out in the Royal Rumble. So they put a little seed. They've planted a little seed.
That was before all this stuff came
out. Yeah, now Brock's like, yo, they told them about the thing that he sent me? No, fuck that. I'm not leaving my house. I'm staying home. I don't even want to deal with it.
Staying home, baby. I'm staying home.
Staying home, brother. Oh, also, another side note, just got to tell you. I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud, but Vince McMahon apparently had a whole bunch of dildos named after all the different wrestlers. I'm not making it up. Joe, am I making this up?
Nope.
Whole
I named this belt.
Bunch of dildos named after the different wrestlers. I can't believe the day.
Well, that concludes.
You think Brock just? Yeah, you think Brock just comes out grinning?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, and that means that Triple H is a horrible, terrible, evil person as well.
Do you have anyone...
if Triple H comes out and goes like, "Hey, I just want everybody to know I didn't know anything. I didn't know that any of this shit was going on," would you believe him?
He didn't know it. He'll say, "I have no idea what's going on."
He literally says, "This is the first I'm hearing about this. I support the investigation, but I've never seen, witnessed, or covered up any of this." Do you believe him if he says that?
I would say that's a no. No.
Yeah, that doesn't work for me, brother, either.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
It
Ron,
really
can we
is
go
a
to head to
fucking
the Ron? Can we all go to the head of the line? That doesn't work for me, brother. All right. Well, that concludes this episode.
Do you think Triple H got shot? Do you think that Triple H got shat on? Probably. No. I mean, yeah. Yes.
He's like, when like H gets like does the really angry like.
Yeah, 100%. To me, now, they all shit on each other. I just Vince would never ask somebody to do what he hasn't done himself, and I just think that I think there's a massive problem, and that oh my God, dude, it's actually mind blowing to think about that the worst case scenario of how fucking wild and insane Vince McMahon was wound up being true, and times 10. Wrestler?
Maybe Taker's involved too.
Well, I mean, they're best friends. What do you think? Do you think that Taker didn't know any of this shit? If they negotiated Brock to stay in a type of way, who knows what Vince negotiated with this fucking guy or anybody else. The only one I believe is Bret Hart. That's the only one who I believe is unflappable.
4 out of 10. Yeah. All right. Well,
it's been a very scatty news day.
What are you looking forward to? What are your predictions for the championship games?
Ooh, NFL, my favorite. All right, so we got the Ravens versus the Chiefs. Oh my God, Joe, as far as you got the Ravens versus the Chiefs in one championship game, and then you got the Lions versus the 49ers in the other championship game. So it came down to basically 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. It basically came down to the 4 best teams. I'm looking at that bracket and I'm thinking about Taylor Swift, and I'm thinking about last year's Royal Rumble and how Cody Rhodes was the Big Mac, the Coca-Cola Classic, walking down that aisle, and you knew he was going to come in at 30 and you knew he was going to win. And I'm just really afraid that that's the way I feel about the Chiefs and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce kissing Taylor Swift under the confetti. I'm really fucking worried. I'm really, really worried. I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't watched many Ravens games, so I don't really know about the Ravens that much. But I'm going to be pulling for the Ravens on that side. On the other side, 49ers are so dope. I think the 49ers might fucking crush Detroit. I think they might destroy them, actually. But I'm rooting for Detroit.
I think it's going to be Detroit and Chiefs because, that's what you said probably is going to happen too. Oh no, you said it's going to be Niners and Chiefs.
Niners, Chiefs, I'm thinking.
But then you have who you're rooting for. I think it's going to be Detroit and the Chiefs because of that's the Taylor Swift thing, and I think they want to have the Detroit Lions in there. So even though they do lose to the Chiefs, they have such a bright future as a franchise,
and they can still finish the story.
You guys came after 4,000 years of not doing anything or whatever it was in the franchise. You came so close, but you just can't beat Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Taylor Kelce
and Jason Kelce now as well.
Oh, you seem like I
thought that was Bert Kreischer. There's this fucking comedian who always takes his shirt off. This guy Bert Kreischer.
Okay.
And he's a huge football fan. So when the guy jumped down, I thought it was Bert Kreischer, and I was like, "Oh, look at this fucking idiot!" But then when I learned it was Travis Kelce, I was like, "Oh, that's dope."
He jumped the barrier and then slipped on the snow.
Right, he almost slipped, recovered.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Ah!" He's so happy the season's over.
Jumped. Yeah, he's retired. He doesn't have to care about any. He doesn't have to worry about him getting bad press in the offseason. He's just retired. He just wants to get wasted and run around with his shirt off. I like him. I like that guy. 2 cool brothers. 2 very cool, very handsome, great football playing brothers. Can you believe it? I would put them, if I had to have a basketball team, but it was like alien basketball, like a Space Jam thing. I think I would definitely put Brock Lesnar on it. And I would put the Kelce brother. I would want the Kelce brothers to be on whatever sports team we needed to defend Earth. I would put them on an all-Earth team.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
No LeBron? You don't want to put why not?
Yeah, LeBron could be there. Yeah, LeBron. Yeah. Or if we're going current,
we have to go the most popular people. That's what.
Well, you see your boy Embiid scored 70 points the other night.
Well, I went to the Flyers game the next night. It was my girl and I, our anniversary. And we went to the Flyers game. We ate a little restaurant thing. It was a restaurant, this nice restaurant that my buddy's the chef at, and it has there's the boards that cover, the glass keeps out all the sound and all the cold air of the ice rink. Right. It's nice and toasty in there and stuff. So and they're oh, usually they chase people out, but y'all can just stay here and watch the whole game because the seats are better and shit, And then we got really nice food, got hooked up, and then
just that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But the night before it was Embiid with 70 points. Yeah, so
I saw a selfie of him and like one of his friends on the team. Did you see this?
I saw the one where they weren't celebrating. He got into the locker room and they weren't celebrating, and they're like, and then they all start celebrating and throwing champagne everywhere.
It was like him on the bench with like one of the guys on the team, and the guy who was the team was like 75 combined points right here. It was like, yo, we combined for 75 points because the guy like had like two, he was like a bench warmer.
Yeah.
Scored 5 points. I thought that was so fucking funny. Yeah, but yo, Beast, freak of nature, loves to do suck it.
58 from 3. That's
the frogs are gay, and anybody who loves wrestling defecates on people. And that's basically where we're at in America. And nothing you believe is true. And except for the randomizer you can believe and trust. We completely randomized, and that is exactly what happened. Where is it? I closed it. But, you screenshotted it. You wrote it down. Joe.
Well, we'll copy paste it and put it in the description as well.
Yes, that is a good point.
Or in the comments or whatever like that. I'll also put it on my social media. Bullies can put it on their social media as well. I can always DM it to you and stuff like that. I'll probably DM it to a few people. Not everyone watches the show. I was so crushed for time. I didn't even send a link to everybody today. I didn't even promote the show. So.
No, me neither. I was off my game today. But I think we had a great show. I think we had a fun time. And the day will go down in wrestling infamy. I mean, Vince McMahon is the Charles Manson now of wrestling. Who knows? Who knows what hasn't come out? We have a Discord, actually. We do have a Discord. I just am very bad at running it. I want to defer that and let somebody else run the Discord. I basically just talk to everybody individually.
I'm on Discord all day.
You're a big Discord guy?
Yeah, I'm on there like 24/7.
Wow. I want you to teach me the ways. I want you to take me under your Discord wing. Teach me about the things that happen.
Yeah, I don't know everything, but there's a lot of stuff with like roles and all that shit. I mean, I don't know what kind of channels you want built on there, but
I want to do Vince McMahon shitting channels only.
Okay. All right. Anyone you want to shout out today?
Hey, I want to shout out Cartwheels in Place for a second week in a row because after your original shout out to them, we chatted on DM and they said that they moshed to my original band, A Common End. They were fucking swinging and cartwheeling in place for my original thing. And also, I think they just released a t-shirt for pre-order, which I fully want and need. And now that we have more active people and I feel like we should get a Discord going because that way
Did you nuke the old one?
No, it's still running. I just never check it. I never look at it. I maybe muted the notifications, never looked back.
That's a hell of a channel then. Just everyone's like eating each other alive. There's probably like porn links and stuff.
You think it's completely compromised? I haven't even checked it in months.
Yeah, you might want to check it. You might have to actually nuke it. Who knows?
All right, well, we'll get that up and running. Also, don't forget, we are now a part of the April 4th show. Also, by the way, it's really the flagship show is going to be heavily represented as well at that, show.
Well, I guess we could also use this time to announce another show.
Another show
for that weekend. So we will be doing our very own Here Comes the Lane that weekend. So a live studio audience from an undisclosed location in Philadelphia.
Wow, undisclosed.
Yes.
I love that. I'm ready to go. Philadelphia, here I come.
Invite only.
Flagship show.
We might actually have a guest. I have to hit my guy up. We might have a guest.
Wow. Okay. This is news to me. I'm very excited.
But I think due to the Bullies being canceled, I think that might be ripped now. So.
Yeah, there are plenty of people who hate me without even knowing. There are plenty of people who blocked me long before we even got canceled.
Yeah, you let me.
So
there are a lot of people that hate the Bullies and hate people just off 8-second clip. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to everyone who
Hey.
got in the pool and stuff like that. Shout out to everybody. Best of luck to everyone. And you can hit me up if you do not screenshot during the show your number. If you're looking for your number, you can either text
Yeah, and
me.
I'll screenshot it and post it. I'll go back and get it and post it. I have it like minimized here too, so I'll like post it immediately.
Yeah,
I'll
start
tweet
altering
it,
the
I'll
numbers.
post it. Yeah, like switch it around, put it into
Yeah, like
Photoshop real quick.
yeah, like number 1 is now you.
Yeah, well, hey. Yeah, well, we're gonna have plenty of stuff coming up, plenty of great Philadelphia times, plenty of great Tampa times ahead for you, Joe.
Oh yeah.
Just hold on to that belt. Watch out, because you never know who might have bought a Senior Money in the Bank briefcase over at the Super Shop and is gunning for you now.
No. I'm pledged Mark now.
Joe stepped foot into Tampa, the wrestling mecca, and he is now a full-fledged Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Jedi Joe, who is now muted, I am PK with the Boulevard Bullies. And you've watched Here Comes the Lame, which is a show about talking about wrestling. And Happy Royal Rumble. The road to WrestleMania starts this Saturday. Tune in for the watch along.
Oh, so
And
crazy.
until then,
Burn in hell forever.
out of time.
Forever,
Bye-bye.
Forever, forever, forever.
Boulevard.